It was the first known organized forest kingdom in Africa. Deep in the rainforests of present-day southwestern Nigeria and West Africa, the Yoruba people of the Kingdom of Ife gave birth to a civilization whose political and artistic influence would shape Africa. As early as the 13th century AD, Ife began to become famous for its bronze and terracotta sculptures, which are now considered some of the most sophisticated sculptures in African history. At its peak, Ife Kingdom had one of the largest urban centers in West Africa. It had paved roads and a population of about 100,000 inhabitants. Ife was also one of the oldest trading empires in West Africa, and ancient glass beads produced in Ife have been unearthed by archaeologists in modern-day Burkina Faso, Senegal, Mali, and Mauritania. Yet within 300 years of its rise, the Kingdom of Ife would fade away. According to Yoruba legend, creation of the world began at Ife. The supreme god, known as Olodumare, sent the deity Obatala from the heavens with a chain, a snail shell full of sand, and a chicken. He was to descend to the formless world below and create land. But along the way, Obatala paused to drink palm wine, got drunk, and fell asleep. His brother Oduduwa seized the mission, and descending from the sky with the divine chain, Oduduwa poured the sand onto the waters and let the chicken spread it around, forming land. Where the chain touched down became the city of Ife. Oduduwa became the first Uni, or king, of Ife Kingdom, and his descendants would go on to found the various Yoruba kingdoms across West Africa. Oduduwa is said to have started the culture of divine kingship, a culture that was later extended to the Benin Kingdom through Oranmiyan, the grandson of Oduduwa. On the other hand, archaeological evidence suggests that Yoruba people had settled in the Ife area before the 9th century AD. They remained an independent collection of settlements until the middle of the 10th century, when a group of people led by a leader named Oduduwa built a large perimeter wall around the area that would become the center, known as Ile-Ife. Oduduwa and his people subdued the inhabitants of neighboring settlements and expanded their territory. By the 11th century, Ife had grown into a thriving urban center. In the 12th century, Ife Kingdom expanded to cover a large area of Yoruba land, including Owu, Owo, Jeba, Tada, Oyo, and Ijebu, thus becoming an empire. Its center developed into a cosmopolitan city with planned buildings, walls decorated with ceramic discs, and streets with patterned potsherds and stone pavements. On top of that, Ife was one of the oldest trading empires in West Africa. It formed part of a complex trade network connected to other parts of West Africa and possibly even North Africa and Europe through trans-Saharan routes. Traders brought salt, Mediterranean silk, and copper in exchange for Ife's glass beads, ivory, and other rainforest goods. Furthermore, archaeological excavations show evidence of iron smelting and forging at Ife in as early as circa 900 AD. In the 13th century, Obalufon II, the third Ooni of Ife, embarked on intense military campaigns to establish new Ife colonies. And during his reign, Ife reached its peak, controlling an extensive network of towns and villages along the trade routes connecting central Yoruba land with the Niger River, and producing large volume of glass beads, sculptures, and textiles. During this period, Ife Kingdom became known for its artistic mastery. Its sculptors were making some of the most sophisticated sculptures in African history: realistic bronze heads, elegant terracotta figures, and delicately carved stone monuments. The bronze heads, often of kings or noble figures, displayed a level of naturalism and technical mastery that stunned early European archaeologists. When the German explorer Leo Frobenius discovered some of these artworks in the early 20th century, he ignorantly declared that they must be relics of the lost civilization of Atlantis. He was so unwilling to believe that African hands had shaped such masterpieces. Obalufon II died of an infectious disease that ravaged Ife during the late 13th century. He is regarded as the last great king of Ife. In the early 14th century, Owu, one of Ife's provinces, became the first cavalry state in Ife, having amassed wealth from control of the trade connecting the rest of Ife and western Sudan. It subsequently sought its independence by declaring war on Ife. This heralded a series of misfortunes that would end in the decline of the Kingdom of Ife. A group of rock carvings found close to Ife and dated to the 14th century depicts a battle between Ife people and a Muslim tribe. indicating that Ife was also dealing with Islamic expansions into its territory during this period. To make matters worse, the upheaval experienced by the Mali Empire in the early 15th century disrupted trade routes, affected regional stability, and caused Ife to lose a major source of its wealth. These environmental crises, internal conflicts, and regional instability greatly weakened the Ife Kingdom. During this period, power began to shift to the Oyo Empire, which rose to prominence, drawing political and economic influence away from Ife. Yet, Ife never truly disappeared. It remained the spiritual heart of the Yoruba world, and its influence continued to shape Yoruba culture, religion, and politics. Ile-Ife, its capital, still exists as a city in Osun State, Nigeria,